Sarungano needs to be celebrated. He's one of the few people who actually has a company which is listed on the stock exchange. When I talk about companies, songs are for the stock exchange listing. And then there are those who have done well through unscrupulous ways, like corrupt criminals. And they seem to be revered more than those who have companies on the stock exchange, which are listed, who are structured. He is structured. He is a good manager. Eugene has done great things in doing that. And it was always my dream to make sure that the Norton constituency is renowned for being a hub of artists, for being a hub of artists. Because Mtukudzi started it, he left it, and he put something which everybody must associate with, Pakare Paye. I always say to people, it's not about Mrs. Mtukudzi, hate or love her, but it's about Oliver Mtukudzi. She happens to be the wife to the late Oliver Mtukudzi. So it's Mtukudzi who is key in this. And people failed to separate, they still failed to separate Desi Mtukudzi and Oliver Mtukudzi. Oliver Mtukudzi was a musician, and Desi Mtukudzi was the person behind the success of Oliver Mtukudzi, whether you like it or not. But what do we do for the legend, Oliver Mtukudzi? What do we do for his legacy? That's why I pushed the agenda with government that can Norton and Pakare Paye be a tourist attraction where tourists come. And when they come, they arrive in Zimbabwe, it's one of the destinations which they arrive. So what did you do? Create employment for the people of Norton, revenue. Put Zimbabwe on the map from an artist point of view. I mean, I travel and you always hear Mtukudzi songs being sang, being played rather. And you wonder, but this man is no more, but his music is being played. That's legendary. That's legendary. And Sarungano is one of those that we must take because it's a product of Mtukudzi. Anybody who's been a product of Mtukudzi, Mtukudzi. So while Mtukudzi is no longer there, the people who were taught music by Mtukudzi fulfill that gap and can even do better than Mtukudzi. So who's the next person who will be better than Mtukudzi? In boxing, it's Muhammad Ali. Then came Mike Tyson. Then Floyd Mayweather is there. So there have been people, but still you don't talk about boxing without talking about Ali or Tyson. So you will never talk about music without talking about Oliver Mtukudzi from Norton, Pakare Paye. So when you're deep about it, think of his thought process when he came with a place called Pakare Paye. Say it 4 times, Pakare Paye, Paye Pakare, Pakare Paye, Paye Pakare. Pakare Paye, Paye Pakare. Already it's deep, it's rich, it's loaded. It's loaded. Pakare Paye. That's a man thinking, sitting down under a tree and saying, what can it be? Pakare Paye. Paye Pakare. So, Eugene, your man has songs to be listed on the stock exchange. It's not many who do business who want to be on the stock exchange because you've got to do the right thing. You've got to comply with government. You've got to comply with a lot of statutory obligations. But those want to be rich. And again, the riches don't go too far. Don't list on the stock exchange. I thought I would just add that. So you keep on, keeping on. I intend to bring him over one day through Abigail so that with a certain crowd that appreciates him, that appreciates his music. And for him, like we say at Spring Resort, is for those who can afford and those who've worked hard to enjoy. We make no apologies for that. So even his price must never be cheap. It must be for what the time he puts in, the effort you put in one day. There'll be an appreciation of those who belong in that class. You know, they said Sekalas was very expensive and killer tea, $50 with food. And I said, you're correct. One day, I'm going to bring them to you for free where you want. If Chicago Stadium, I'll bring them for free in Chicago Stadium. Just like I used to do in Norton. I'll bring all great artists to be there and to play. To play. Whether be it in Ngoni Stadium, you know. We'd be able to do the percussion. We'd be able to do that. But it was time for the people. It was time for them. So we will also do that. But for now, let those who believe in their privacy and in a certain ambience enjoy it.